So is this a 90s dentist bike? It's a Specialized S-Works. It's got some of its original parts. The cranks aren't original, but the derailleurs likely are. We've got 2 XTR derailleurs, front and rear. We've got the original, I think, Manitou SX, I think it's an SX tie front fork. It's got a Chris King headset that I'm pretty sure isn't original, and this super long S-Works stem. I don't think the handlebars are original. The seat post clamp is a Bontrager, definitely not original. I think the seat post, it's a Ritchie seat post. I'm pretty sure that is original. And these wheels are like just sealed. I thought they were 7-speed. It's actually running an 8-speed rear cassette there, but definitely not original. But I want to make this the ideal 90s dentist bike. And I've got the parts I think that I need to do just that. I'm starting to find actually one that, that's an interesting wheel there. It's definitely off balance. It's rotating back and forth. I don't know what's in there and why it's like that. But I'm finding one that I'm starting to lean towards 90s XC bikes. I like XC riding. I like XC racing. Doing NICA racing with my son last year was pretty awesome. And my nostalgia for vintage 90s bikes is really for those 90s XC race bikes. Going light, lean, quick, fast, awesome bits, all the good stuff that came with XC in the 90s. And that's what I'm finding I want to keep and collect. And so we're gonna make this the awesomest 90s dentist bike. So let's get to it. So before we get into it too far, it's a bit of a mess, but I've got the parts sorted out that I want to stick on it. I've got some 8-speed XTR shift lever brake combos. I've got some XTR V-brakes, just some basic Shimano clipless pedals. Of course, Ori grips. I want to swap out that seat post clamp, so I've got a new seat post clamp. I've got a Salitalia OX saddle. I do have an old Specialized saddle, but I kind of don't like it. I've got a shorter Specialized stem. I've got some carbon bars to throw on it. I do have this Specialized crank set that would be more correct. This bike was spec'd originally with the S-Works crankset, looks similar to this. I think they're a little lighter. I'm on the fence on that one. I've got an XT 8-speed cassette, and then this. So I found this actually just yesterday at the Salt Lake Bicycle Collective. It's the RockShox Future Shock, or FSX. These forks came out, I think, 95, 96. This bike's a 97. They're basically a Judy XC. One issue though is the steer tube is too short and it's threaded, but I'm going to probably use this Judy XC that I have sitting behind it, that the steer tube is long enough. I'm just gonna swap the crowns with the steer tubes and see how that is. Now I would like to rebuild these. These are basically Judy XCs in a different chassis, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm thinking of rebuilding it, probably not as part of this initial build. I might do a separate video rebuilding it and maybe putting some fun bits inside. But to start out with, we'll just get it on there and clean it up, make sure it's working right. It is working. It's not seized up or bad. So that's what I've got. And this fork, I felt like it found me and wanted to be on this bike. So I'm not gonna resist it, even though the Manitou SX tie, is just fine and works good and was what was spec'd on this bike. I think it adds extra bling to put this FSX on this dentist bike. Now this is interesting. So I was pretty sure this fork is original, and maybe it is, and maybe the headset takes up more space. But there's like a spacer in that. That's where most of the clamping is. I don't think that's that's not good. I don't think that's safe. You guys tell me. So here's the donor Judy. This one is totally seized. I've tried to unseize it. So it's a perfect donor. We'll just take the crown off.
sun shining today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees.
So thanks for following along with me on this build. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. It is a really sweet 90s dentist bike. The components on it and everything, having just rode it for the first time, was super smooth. Even with the elastomer still in the duty fork, it's functioning really well. The shifting, everything. It is a sweet 90s bike. I'm happy to add this to my collection of 90s XC bikes. I'm starting to have quite a few of these 90 XC bikes, and this is a beautiful addition to that collection. The paint was in such good shape. The frame, everything's working really well. I'm happy with the saddle. I'm happy with really everything. There's not really much I would change. It might be nice to get an XDR crank set to just up that dentist level to like full-on dentist. And yeah, I make jest. I have a few of my buddies from back in college that worked at the bike shop I worked at are now dentists, and I'm sure they'd approve also. So thanks for following along with me on this one. As always, look for opportunities to give those old things new life and get out and ride your vintage bikes. And I will see you on the next video. Ciao.